And a place in the quarterfinals awaits the winner of this one. We've already had one player into the quarterfinals as we're about to get underway. Shaun Storry has beaten Kevin George following his great run through the field. 6 frames to 2. He's into the quarterfinals. And it is a good break from Stevie, so he's going to get the first opportunity in this match. As Tony Holgate has stayed in for another match on commentary. Good match this one though, Tony. Really looking forward to it. It's the first time we've seen Shaun throughout the weekend, but he's been very, very solid 2024, and as always Stevie sharp and has been solid through the event so far.
Yeah, going to be a tough one to call this, as the hammer is at the table. Not left himself in the greatest position. He's certainly going to have his work cut out with Shaun Storry. He's forced to attempt a double. Is that yellow going to get to the other middle? Very nearly did. It will be Shaun Storry now at the table. Well, first potting wise, I think you can get to the red at the top that goes through the gap of those 2 yellows. He's going to attempt the finish cut into the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, this one passes. I'll tell you what I was looking at. I would never, ever did I think that passed the yellow.
Yeah, very much a bonus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Left is fairly straight in top left-hand corner. See what he was looking at there. He'd love to get all the way up to almost the break line. Take the one top right and bump out the one that doesn't go.
Well, he potted it clean. I thought he was going to be playing off the yellow, but he's had a nice result. And it's just going to be rolled in softly into the centre pocket. Looks like a nice clean start to this match for Shaun Storry.
Yeah, very, very good first visit to the table. Needed work, needed to be a nice clearance, and he's done just that. He's picked it apart beautifully. Heart the pocket with the 8-ball, and he gets off to a good start here. Autopilot takes the opening frame. As I mentioned, we've already got one player into the quarterfinals in Shaun Storry over Kevin George 6-2. And there are the rest of the players in action. And you can see Chris Melling there breaking off on table 14. That is the 11th and final frame, an absolute decider against Cole Bedford. And just shake of the head. Is it Cole Bedford with the first opportunity? No, Chris has made a ball, but shaking the head because it's a tricky layout. So that's 5-5 there on table 14. There's a few challenger or amateur matches going on out there as well in the British Amateur. But let me run you through a few scores as Chris works out what he wants to do. They're 5-5 against Cole Bedford. Josh Kane is 5-3 down to Christy Coalfield. Shane Thompson 5-1 down to Robert McCulloch. There's a new professional going well. Another new professional going well is Zach Cooper, 4-4 against Scott Pope. Jordan Shepherd and Carl Sutton are locked at 3-3, as are Callum Singleton and Michael Hope. So that is the last 16 lineup. We'll keep an eye on that Cole Bedford and Chris Melling match for you. Stevie's opportunity in the opening frame got away from him. It's another tricky opportunity, one that he's going to take on the Reds. And a very warm welcome if you are joining us on Facebook. Good to have your company. This is the final match of our afternoon session. We'll be back at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. for the quarterfinals of the British Open, and we will be playing through to a conclusion. If you'd like to watch any of that, then it is all over on Ultimate Pool TV. I'm sure you can find a promo code if you need to sign up. Does he play for the gap there? That's very tight.
I think he did, yeah. He's got a couple of problems now. No, he could go straight through.
Yeah.
His body language told me that he wasn't on that.
Well, that was really good, wasn't it? Because the gap was only about a ball's width. So that was very, very good to hit that gap. Tricky here. He's got to have to go top left with the angle to slide across the table, which he can obviously get to. He's got just a turn of angle on this red to left centre, but it's going to be a tough shot, and he's got to slide across the table and needs to leave a good angle on the red to bottom right to make sure that that yellow doesn't cause him an issue. Might have to go twice across here. This is a lot of angle. Floats it in, pocket weight, just use the cushion. Now he's got to play around with the yellow. And we're just going to cut across here, and you can see on table 14, another shock and chaos. Cole Bedford is slaying down the greats of the game. He has taken out Chris Melling, having already taken out Tom Cousins this morning as well. Cole Bedford into the quarterfinals. What a run for the young Welshman. Stevie come back far enough?
Doesn't look like he has. And that tells you no. Even to try and bend that, I'll be surprised if you can get the keyboard to move that quick. It's going to be really soft. I think if you... Yeah, so I was going to rub off the bump of the jaw there. Just the thing with when you play like a swerve on these cloths, the initial thing the keyboard will do, it won't swerve immediately. It will slide just for an inch or two, and that's just enough to take it into the ball before it's done its turn, really. So Shaun Storry is back at the table. Going to play a containing shot here, bump his yellows out, put the keyboard at the bottom of the table. Hello. Well, can he get through? Because I'm sure Shaun didn't want to be putting the keyboard there and giving Stevie Dempsey a chance at a black. I'm not sure if he could play the cushion first.
It's close. Flick off the yellow. Oh, not quite.
Very nice shot there from Shaun. Yeah, Shaun Storry just taking his time with these balls. He makes absolutely certain of them. Just this tap in black for a 2-0 lead for Shaun Storry. In it goes. Stevie Dempsey just not quite getting on that black ball in that frame. And that mistake was punished. As Stevie looks on. Long way to go yet. Race to 6. Dempsey. There's no massive urgency just yet, but you feel that he needs the ball off this break and not the cue ball.
Yeah, it continues, doesn't it? Stevie's got off to a slow start here, taking on 2 tricky finishes, and could be staring 3-0 in the face.
It's all about the yellow that's plonked just beneath the red and black. Can maybe try and go now and, I was going to say, clip the ball that's nearest the bag with side, but he's playing the plant instead. There you see him having a good look at it now. Plant number 2. Well, with absolute certainty he's going in now. And this is what he's looking at. He wants to cannon that yellow just there so it pushes it out into the middle of the table. Red will go into the black ball. The black's safe. That will go slightly above the middle bag if he gets the weight correct.
Yeah, that's nice. It's come out well.
Nice shot there from Shaun Storry. And this is going to be 3-0. And pretty faultless.
Yeah, he's played brilliantly, and Stevie's, I say, it's a slow start, but the finishes he's taken on were really tricky. He's just come unstuck on them, but obviously the in-off as well. But Shaun's played really well. Everything that's been asked of him, he's done absolutely on point. And he's halfway to the target. And Stevie right now will feel like he hasn't started. The action continues on the outside tables. British Amateur now in full flow. Also got the plate event. Everybody that didn't make it through the group stages.
Shaun Storry, autopilot. There he was, waiting patiently for the cue ball. He's going to break off here, frame number 4, race to 6. He's already halfway there. Just under 25 minutes left on the match clock. That is a tremendous break. Immediately, everything set off, running at pace after that explosion of a break. This isn't looking very good for Stevie Dempsey at the moment.
Best play out of the whole match so far, isn't it? Out of the 4. Really, really good layout here for Autopilot. Didn't see this one being a one-sided match either way round. It just felt like this was going to be kind of blow for blow. 2 highest ranked players left in the competition, 2 of the top 10. 2 former champions, just all going Shaun Storry's way. Just feel like nothing can go wrong here, really. Absolutely wide open connections.
Yeah, she's going to dribble this red into the middle bag. Cue ball up just above the red. Into the other centre pocket, black in the corner, and that's going to be 4-0 Shaun Storry. He just came up a tad short, but he's okay. So this for 4-0. And everything, it seems to be going Shaun Storry's way. And in it goes. Shaun Storry 2 from home. And he'll be quite happy with the way things are turning out at the moment.
Yeah, he'll be happy if this continues for a couple more frames. Just everything going his way, just keep it going. And Stevie's a great player. We'll have to scrap and find a way to get into this match. We've seen a couple out there like this today. I feel like this was similar, not exactly the same as the Cole Bedford versus Dom Cooney match earlier on. Dom just couldn't get into the game. Everything was going Cole's way until the winning line turned up. Well, gets the break right this time. Brilliant opportunity, his best opportunity in the match to get into it. Has to get these out, you feel. He'd love to get rid of the red bottom left and then work his way up the table. Strangely, a ball over the pocket. I'm not saying it's his problem ball, but it's. He'd love to get that out the way and then get on the one on the left-hand side up the table. It looks like he's going to leave it, and I don't understand why. It's not a great ball for the 8-ball, though.
No, I think you should play the red. If you play the cue ball through the gap of those 2 yellows, play the red into the top right. I'd have left this one. What's the cue ball doing? Oh dear.
He had a lot of room there. That is a poor shot.
Yeah.
And that's a brilliant shot. Very good recovery.
Did it on purpose.
Yeah. And actually, the only match that Stevie lost in the group stages against Shaun Storry, he played a very similar sort of shot where he had room to land on the 8 ball and couldn't do it. And it kind of cost him, really, because that was the moment in the match that sort of swung it finally in Shaun's way. And felt like that was the same thing was going to happen there. But a good recovery from Stevie.
Doesn't like playing anybody called Shaun.
Possibly. This time, though, there's no coming back if he used to lose this one. It is on the flight home to Ireland. All you can do is keep trying. Keep trying to take out the chances. You never know. Shaun Storry actually is one of the players that's kind of made a name for himself for comebacks and winning from behind and winning when it's a struggle out there. Especially season 2 of Ultimate Pool 3 years ago. He felt like he was never at his best, but always scrapping, always fighting and winning so many matches from behind, so many 6-red shootouts, and ended up in an awful lot of semi-finals because of it. Makes the ball. Dry break that Stevie Dempsey was hoping for is not going to happen. But it's now on Shaun Storry to try and put together a tricky finish. This may be his hardest layout that he's had so far.
I'm struggling to decide which colour's best, to be fair. Sure looks like he's choosing reds. He's made a red, bumped one out, but still plenty of problems for Shaun. Well, miss into the centre, so Stevie Dempsey at the table. But this is one of those little frames where you think this might go on a little while. This one, it's very messy
and pivotal as well. You've just ticked into the second half of the match. If Stevie's going to make this a match, you feel like now that he's got to the table in this frame, he needs to win it, make it 4-2 and have the break, and then it's very interesting if he can put together a break finish. Then it's very much game on. If Shaun was to win it 5-1, the clock's running down, you can't see a way back for Stevie. So pivotal moment, you feel.
He's on the yellow now into the bottom right-hand corner. But it's guiding the cue ball back out of that gap of reds. If he chooses to go that way, it's going to be quite tricky. Also the yellow at the top of the table. He's landed in a really bad spot, Stevie. Well, he had no choice but to try and play that double, and he's missed it. He's also left Shaun Storry right at the top of the table, where I would suspect he's quite happy to beat, especially if you can roll through in this red and get on the one that's over the bag. And the stone-faced Stevie Dempsey looks on.
Yeah, he'll be hoping here. He'll be fearing the worst in this visit, hoping he gets another shot. Wasn't the best from Shaun. Wasn't sure he could see that one, Tony. I thought he was hooked by the yellow.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I thought he was snookered up on that one, or just see the thin edge, but no. So it's all about position onto the red at the bottom of the table. We could do it right now. It's perfect on the middle of the three reds.
Wouldn't you rather played on the outside red first and then gave yourself the angle he's got now, and because he's now going to have to kind of cross himself twice. I mean, he still should be able to do it. It's just maybe he had too much angle on that dropping into the right centre. He's making the cue ball do a bit more travelling.
Now, can he play this with enough left-hand side? He cuts the red in to the bottom right-hand corner. Load a left-hand side on this to get the cue ball to go between the yellow and the black in that diagonal, just to come up there for the other red. Played it very well. And that is A1 position for Shaun Storry. You feel now that he's going to get himself onto the hill, one away from victory.
Yeah, it's been very good value for this lead as well. 8 ball to make it 5-1. And in it goes. Shaun Storry on the hill. Only one other last 16 match still going out there. That is Callum Singleton versus Michael Hope. Currently 5-3 to Callum Singleton. Michael Hope having a good run through the field this weekend. Let me run through the scores of this round. Cole Bedford beat Chris Melling 6-5. Christy Caulfield beat Josh Kane 6-3. They all play each other in the quarterfinals. Brad McCulloch beat beat Shane Thompson 6-1, and will play Scott Pope, who beat Zach Cooper 6-5. Sean Sharkey ended Kevin George's run 6-2, and Jordan Shepherd has beaten Carl Sutton 6-3. So it'll be Sean Sharkey, Jordan Shepherd in the quarterfinals, and Callum Single versus Michael Hope is 5-3. As you know, the winner of that match will play the winner of our match, which obviously Sean is 5-1 in front. That is the quarterfinal lineup, and Ultimate Pool will be putting out a social media post where you can vote on the quarterfinal you want to see. So watch out for that on Ultimate Pool's social media. Have your say on which match you want to watch.
Well, it's just not been Stevie Dempsey's day so far in this arena. Dry break. Shaun Storry will be very keen to try and finish the job now. Yellow's the order of the day. Great chance this for Shaun. Looking at the problem ball is the yellow that's just beneath the black ball. But it may pass into the right-hand centre. Might even go in that left-hand corner as well. So I don't know quite if he needs to move it. If he does need to move it, he has got plenty of friends in other yellows nearby as well. So this is a good chance for Shaun. I think the yellow does go past into the centre. There you see Shaun Storry. He wants to leave that angle. So that yellow will go through the two reds into that right-hand centre. He wants to leave a slight cut, because then he could just naturally roll this in. We're on to the last 10 minutes of the match now, but if Shaun Storry makes this yellow without any fuss at all, without clipping anything, gets a cue ball just past the yellow, that's a perfect angle to come down for the black. This match is going to be over. It's there.
Yeah, lovely shot. One more good positional shot and it will be match over.
Yeah, I think it's going to screw straight back because he didn't get high enough up the table just to roll it in and come back down and have the black in the middle. So it's a straight screw shot, and just don't screw straight back into the other middle.
Yeah, lovely. Very impressive performance this from Shaun Storry. It really is. A couple of tricky chances at the start for Stevie Dempsey. It kind of been his issue, but take nothing away from Shaun. Absolutely fabulous. Barely put a foot wrong through the whole match. Very clinical, and he dispatches Stevie Dempsey and books his place into the quarterfinals of the British Open.